For more than a century, American workers have been protected by laws against unfair trade. Literally, these laws give Americans the tools to compete on a level playing field with workers around the globe. But they need to be enforced and strengthened. America's trade laws make sure that our competitors follow the rules and are held accountable if they don't. Known as anti-dumping and countervailing duty laws, they are crucial to making sure we have balanced trade. They combat foreign subsidized products or goods sold in the United States at below market prices, a practice known as dumping. And they offset the financial losses American industries and workers suffer when foreign competitors don't play by the rules.
If one side plays by the rules and the other doesn't, it's very hard for the one that plays by the rules to compete. And that's what fair trade laws are about in the business sector. They are the guarantee that everybody plays by the rules. They are the referee on global trade. Without that referee, it would be a very difficult game to win.
U.S. laws have played a crucial role in making sure everyone has the same opportunity in the global economy. But today, those laws are in danger of being weakened or rolled back because of flawed international trade agreements. Some critics allege the laws result in American consumers paying higher prices. But a new study concludes that eliminating fair trade laws could have a far more costly impact on America in the long run.
What we find is that whatever benefit consumer gets from temporarily low prices because of dumping is more than offset by the loss of jobs, income, and purchasing power and profits in the United States.
The study examined the impact of fair trade laws on 10 U.S. industries hurt by illegal dumping and unfair subsidies. From family-owned shrimp businesses to the high-tech steel industry, the study found a ripple effect that reaches deep into our communities, far beyond just those individual industries. Pennsylvania's Monongahela Valley is at the heart of America's steel industry.
Yeah, we're at 850 now. We should be running at 865. We've got to get it set for startup.
Bill Kortz has worked for U.S. Steel for 30 years. He's seen the devastating impact of illegal foreign trade practices like dumping firsthand.
We've had half of our mill shut down because of that dumping. The impact has been traumatic. From a people standpoint, we've had a lot of people put out of work. A lot of were my friends. I grew up with these guys. I've seen the devastation to them personally, to their families and their children.
This community relies on a thriving steel industry and highly skilled steel workers to support and strengthen the local economy.
For every one steel worker here, we provide enough opportunity and employment for 7 other surrounding people outside of our industry just to provide products and services to help sustain us.
So one manufacturing job isn't just a job lost. It's a family struggling. It's a school closing. It's a community straining to bear the burden. This is the first ever study to examine the costs of that trickle-down effect. The study estimates that from 1996 to 1998, the American steel industry and its workers lost more than $2.5 billion because of illegally subsidized steel imports. And the trickle-down effect cost the American economy another $3 billion. The United States used fair trade laws to hold foreign countries accountable for the illegally subsidized steel they dumped here.
The tariffs were put on, and it absolutely has helped us. It's helped us to grow. It's helped to sustain us.
John Borkowski is a third-generation steel worker with 2 sons following in his footsteps. He worries about the future of the steel industry if the fair trade laws are rolled back.
There was a few times in the early 90s that I had gotten laid off because of, steel dumping. And then they put in the trade tariffs. If they do away with the trade laws, we're in trouble. We're in trouble again, and I saw it once and I don't want to see it again.
With its prime location on the Gulf of Mexico, Bayou La Batre is known as the seafood capital of Alabama. The American shrimp industry has suffered a similar decline. Illegally dumped shrimp from overseas has flooded the U.S. market. Shrimp boat owners like Mickey Johnson have netted more shrimp but less money since the start of this decade.
August of 2000, which is our prime month of the year, the catch was around $140,000. This year, August, a larger volume of catch was $84,000.
The study estimates that from 2000 to 2004, the shrimp industry lost $210 million due to dumped shrimp, and the trickle-down effect cost the American economy another $175 million.
In Alabama, probably 40% of the industry has stopped. The boats have been tied up, probably never come back into it.
And when shrimpers go bankrupt, the boat building business runs aground too.
We have not built a new shrimp boat now in 3.5 years, and don't anticipate building any more shrimp boats because the industry is in such dire straits right now.
To keep his business afloat, Alabama boat builder Joey Rodriguez now builds tugboats and Coast Guard vessels. But others haven't been so fortunate. Shrimping is a specialized industry, so it's nearly impossible for company owners to switch their businesses to another type of seafood.
The town has suffered greatly. It's affected jobs across the board in this whole town. People have had to go elsewhere for employment, and it's all because of unfairly traded shrimp.
Duties imposed under U.S. anti-dumping laws are starting to turn the tide against artificially underpriced shrimp imports.
The tariffs is a major part of our hope. We won our trade action, and we have our tariff currently in place, which has at least arrested the trend of the downward slide of pricing.
The south side of Chicago is home to Interior Crafts, one of the country's premier furniture manufacturers. Illegally dumped imports have also chiseled away at America's wooden furniture industry.
We've seen at least a 50% decrease in the sales of our case pieces, and I would have to say most of that would have to do with furniture being made in China.
Michael Orsini's father started Interior Crafts more than 50 years ago.
This leaf really stands out more than anything else.
Now, Michael and his sister Emily are carrying on the family business. They think of their employees, who are represented by the United Steelworkers Union, as extended family. So when foreign companies ignore the rules by dumping their furniture here, the Orsinis take it personally.
Our last layoff was about a year ago. We laid 6 people off. We've cut the overtime, and sometimes we do cut the hours just so everyone does have a job here. The last thing we ever want to do is lay anyone off here. We do everything in our power to keep them employed.
The study estimates that from 2001 to 2003, the wooden furniture industry lost $333 million due to dumped products, and the trickle-down effect cost the American economy another $410 million. Anti-dumping duties have helped the wooden furniture industry spring back a bit, but the businesses that have already gone under aren't likely to return.
We're losing a lot of our furniture manufacturers here in the United States, and we have to have the tariffs on the furniture so we don't lose any more.
Our current fair trade laws save American jobs for American workers. They protect us from a dangerous dependence on foreign competitors who break the rules to exploit our economy.
We need steel manufacturers. We need boat builders. We need food producers. We need furniture makers. America needs all that itself. We can't rely on the rest of the world to supply us with everything we need. If that be the case, then we're too vulnerable.
American workers deserve to compete in an environment where everyone has the same opportunity and everyone benefits.
All we're asking for is give us a fair playing field. We will win. The American workforce is a good workforce. They have always responded. We will continue to respond, but we can't respond to something that's very unfair.
These laws guarantee the same opportunity for everyone, where no country is above the rules, and those who break the rules are held accountable.
For free trade to work, there has to be some underlying fairness to it. Those fair trade laws are the absolute essential foundation to make free trade work for the United States and for the world.
The study concludes that weakening U.S. trade laws would have a negative effect on America's workers and communities. Large direct and indirect losses of jobs and income, far outweigh any benefit of lower prices for consumers which might result from illegal dumping and unfair subsidies. America's fair trade laws secure our nation, strengthen our economy, and protect our jobs. Jobs that have given generations of workers and families the opportunity to achieve the American dream. Enforcing and strengthening our fair trade laws will mean that same opportunity is available for future generations.